Hello, today I'll be giving you a tutorial on how our website works. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to your search engine and type in chiliweb.southalabama.edu, and that will bring you here to our homepage. If you didn't know what Chili stands for, it stands for the Center for Hurricane Intensity and Landfall Investigation. So on our homepage, it gives a good overview of what services we provide through our Mesonet and just kind of what we're all about. Next, you can click on the station map, and that will bring you to a map of all the different Mesonet sites that we have. And we'll click on the USA. You can click on any of them, and this will bring you to current observations from that station. Now, if you want to see historic observations, you can click here on the side, and we'll go to the air temperature at 2 meters. And this will give you a 24-hour graph of the air temperature at 2 meters. And this is a time series plot, and we'll do a video later on that we'll post to help you understand how to read a time series plot in more detail. If you want to pick an earlier date, you can just click on the date here. We'll go back to July, and we'll pick July 1st, and you can pick any station you want. We'll keep it at Mobile, USA Campus West, and you can also change what type of information you want to see, and we'll keep it the air temperature. And press go, and then there's your graph for your 24-hour graph of air temperature at 2 meters. Next, we'll go to the real-time data, which is the data currently for all of our stations. You can see all of our stations here on the left-hand side. Now, if it says station offline, don't worry about that. The maintenance or technicians could be out working on it, and it should be up and running very soon. You can also switch units if you want. Right now, it's in English units, but if you want to switch to metric units, you can click here, and that will switch the units for you. And you can also display the wind chill in the winter time if you would like, and then since it's summertime, we'll keep it on. You can display the heat index. And then we can go to the archive data and then click on metadata. Now, metadata is data about the data, and so this will give the parameters, the manufacturer, the model, the installation date, the mounting height, measuring range, and the accuracy of all the different instruments, and it does it for all of the stations. Next, you can click over here next to metadata, and you can pick the station event log and press go. And this will show you when the technicians were out, and it'll put the date they were out, their arrival time, their departure time, and which technicians they were over here, and then the purpose of the visit and the work performed. So this is good to know if you have some funny data that you're not really sure about. It could be because there were some technicians out. Next, you can click on ground level station images and press go. And we'll keep it on this one, and you can see that this gives you a good view. Inward from the north is what this one is. But if you want to see outward from the south or inward from the south, you can click on here, and this will show you what it looks like. And you can do that from the east, from the northeast, and then back to the north. And so this is good to see if anything is obstructing your station or anything that might give you funny data. You can also go to the satellite images, and you can pick any station. We're going to pick Mount Vernon and press go. And here's a satellite image, and you can see the Mount Vernon station right here. So that also gives you a good idea of where exactly the station is located. Next, we're going to go to the meteorological data. And this is data that you can download onto your computer if you want. So what you'll have to do is pick a beginning date. And so we'll do July 1st, and then pick an end date. We can do August 1st. And you can pick any station you want. We'll keep it at the one it's on now. And you can do it in the format CSV, and that will send you an Excel spreadsheet. It'll download that, and so you can do select all, and then you just press download, and it will download to your computer. And I downloaded one earlier, and I'll show you what that looks like once it's finished downloading, and here is your Excel spreadsheet of all the information from our website. Next, we're going to go to the monthly QC graphs. Now, QC stands for the quality control graphs, and we'll do the previous. We'll go back to May. And so they're in different groups. And so group 1 will be the first 10 stations, and then if you click group 2, this will be the next 10 stations, and then there's a group 3. Now, you can pick any month that you want, and then you can also select a variable. So we'll keep it at the air temperature, but you can pick any one of these variables that you want. And these QC plots are a good tool for checking data quality. And so that's really typically, and that's why they're called quality control graphs. And so next, we're going to go to the monthly summaries. And so this is a monthly summary for each station. And so you can see the total rainfall, the temperature, so your maximum, your minimum, and your average, and your heat index, and then wind chill in the wintertime, and even your wind gust. So this is really good information to look at for research and stuff like that. And then next, there's a VOC data, but that was during the oil spill, and that's not active anymore, so we're not going to worry about that one. And now you can go to data products and go to custom products. And so this shows what kind of products that we could create with all of the information from the Mesonet. So these are not live right now, but we're hopes that they will be live when we have a new update and a new website. For right now, this is just an example of what you can do and what kind of graphs you can make with the Mesonet data. So here's a climate graph. This was from 2009 for the Grand Bay site. And so then this is a time series plot like I was talking about earlier. And so we'll have a video, explaining in more detail how to read that later on. And then you have different maps. And then like this one shows the station and the rainfall in inches. So these are all different types of graphs and tables that we can create from the Mesonet. Finally, we can click on Contact Us, and so this shows our director and all of the information if you have any questions. And feel free to email us and let us know if you have any questions or anything you think we could add to the website that would be even better. And don't forget to donate. Donations are always welcome. Thank you!